welcome to the YSMMS Podcast. I'm Felicia Juliana.
I'm Leah Naomi.
I'm Monique Danielle, and this is our guest,
Joiene. Hi. And now I'm going to do it in French. Donc, bienvenue au podcast Tu devrais rencontrer mes sœurs avec Felicia Juliana, Leah Naomi.
Monique Danielle, Marie Giblache.
This is our petite cousin. Will be with us today. Joiene.
Yes.
Cheers, Gigi.
If you can't tell, she's flown in from France.
I have. Especially for you guys.
So what's good? What's good? What's been going on?
What's really good? Ladies, how are we feeling this week?
Hot.
Very hot, man. Damn.
We had a session of twerking before we started this as well.
Yeah, very intense.
It wasn't done.
Shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, now
Oh
we're
my
hot.
gosh.
I mean, we really should have though. It was really nice.
It was great.
It was just intense though.
No.
Wish you guys were here.
Sorry. Exclusive content.
So guys, it's week 2 of Wet Ass Pussy. Let's talk about it. We might as well. Everybody wants
Let's
to talk
do
about
it.
it. Alright,
Okay.
let's talk about it.
We're in tune, mate.
I love it.
Bang out. I don't care what anyone says. It bangs.
Have you seen how much backlash it's been getting?
So much.
Have you seen?
You see, what annoys me is I was gyrating to Pony when I was like 11.
So why is it
Right.
a problem now?
What has changed? Because I was too young to listen to that. My parents didn't let me. Yeah. Nobody complained. Do you know what I mean?
Nobody.
Now people have too many opinions and they're complaining, saying, "Oh, you guys are role models and you shouldn't be doing this because kids watch."
Well,
it."
listen, I grew up on
Kids
Lil'
should
Kim,
watch it.
Trina, Foxy Brown, Shauna, and you know, it turned out fine. The lyrics were bad, and yes, they used to gas me up, but at the same time, I didn't go do the things.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's a clean version for the.
It's not
for the
kids.
masses.
It's
It's not for the kids,
it's
it's for the
for
masses.
Yeah.
It's for the advertisers. Clean versions aren't for kids, they're for advertisers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
Kids
for
bop
radio.
versions
Exactly.
are for kids.
Kids pop
When they do the kids
versions.
bop, that's when it's for you.
Exactly.
It's silly. It's honestly silly.
It's
Walk and play, that's what WAP is for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's walking and playing.
If you're a parent concerned about your child listening to certain music,
Yeah.
stop them from listening to certain music.
Thank you.
If
Don't
you're like,
get it
oh,
wrong.
why you Cardi B's new single? You're the one with the problem, not
Trust
Cardi.
me.
Yes.
Since I've followed Cardi, whenever she hears about like young people listening to her, she's like, look, I'm not actually here for you to listen to. Like,
Yeah.
I really appreciate
But
you
I'm
guys,
not
but you
for you.
should not listen to my
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
It's not meant
So-
for you. It's not the target audience.
Trust me, if an album says parental advisory, that's exactly,
exactly
what it is.
what it is.
Those are your instructions as a parent. They're not the
Yeah.
artist's instructions as an artist. Because when a male rapper sings about drugs and getting high and
Or
women,
prostitutes.
you like let your kids be doing like all these
Yeah.
Fortnite dances to that shit.
Literally.
So
Literally.
It's
exactly,
mad.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
against it.
I've noticed that it's a lot of male rappers giving backlash as well,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is very
right on.
surprising because don't you rap about bitches sneaking cocaine off your dick? So I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why are you chatting? Don't you have like 8 kids? Like, relax.
It's because they get intimidated by a woman's sexuality.
But then that's what
Yeah.
happened
So-
back then because Lil' Kim used to get it. Remember when she had her titty out at the start?
Yeah.
Listen.
I remember.
Trust me.
Yeah, she did, she stepped outside the box.
It's then
And that's what these women are doing. I think just now we've got a culture where there's a lot more women doing it at the same time. And I'm here for it, to be honest.
I don't know if
Music is
it's
music.
more women or if it's just now more visible than it was before.
Everyone
I mean,
has
mainstream.
access.
Yeah.
Everyone has access to everything now. So
Yeah.
things that wouldn't be mainstream before are mainstream now.
Yeah.
But you don't hear about it for more than like a week. Do you remember when Britney and Madonna did that thing?
They kissed for a second.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my
my gosh, they kissed. Like no
Yeah,
one
yeah,
actually cared. We know that was. This is their job.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you think wet ass pussy is bad from a marketing standpoint, from a career standpoint, you're fucking
lying,
stupid.
yeah.
That's
Because
true.
this is like, quarantine has just ended.
Yes.
Everybody's trying to get.
Something.
Something.
Everybody's trying to get some wet ass pussy and some big dick energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think that people didn't need an anthem to come out of
That's
Come out of
true.
quarantine
Trust
and
me,
start
everyone-
getting
yeah.
Swipe right out my front door.
Everybody, it's a culture of like, we're really sexually free now.
Yeah.
And it's an excuse for everybody to just be like, I don't care, I'm going to be who I want to be, as I want to be. Like, any kind of trend where a woman can be like free sexually,
Yeah.
women jump on because they
Yes.
feel like for so long
Liberated.
we've been told you have to cover this up. If you go on Twitter and you see like a hashtag about anything where you can show like more of yourself off, everyone's jumping on
Yeah.
it because it's the only way that you can show it without getting a backlash because it's a trend.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, Madonna was doing this shit from time.
Trust
Like,
me, the cold.
Foxy
Yeah.
Brown, Lil Kim. Like, if you look at the Mysticals out here, like, you know. Do you know what I mean? If you can tell me you haven't popped that thing to back that ass up, yeah, you're incorrect.
Listen, trust me, that is a tune.
Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody's twerking to the wet ass pussy, and that's just like, at least it's black women owning a black like sexuality. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Instead of like, because when Miley Cyrus was twerking, nobody was saying that's disgusting.
Miley
Nothing was
Do you know what I
shaking.
mean?
There's a very big difference between Miley twerking and
It was
their
just
This is what I'm saying.
twerking.
But it was okay for her to popularize
Yeah,
sexuality. Same with
Yes.
Christina Aguilera with Dirty.
Yes.
It was like,
People
what's
like
that?
girl.
But still,
Iggy Azalea.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people were like, conservative people were like, this is crazy. But the rest of the world was like, oh, she's twerking, let's all twerk.
Yeah.
Now, people who have consistently sang about sex since the beginning of their careers release a song about sex together, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
Can I just say the video
Is amazing.
Immaculate.
the colours.
The
There's one scene
styling.
that's not amazing.
The
There's one
styling.
scene
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
don't
amazing.
Kylie just walking down the.
There's one scene that's not amazing.
We all know what
I'm
that
not
scene
gonna
is.
It's not the worst scene
not
in
the
a video
worst.
I've ever
No,
seen.
you know what it is? It's not that it's the worst scene. It's why did you get so much screen time
Thank you.
to walk down a thing?
Do you know what? It would have had more impact.
Amazing
if it
females
was Kim
in that
Kardashian.
video.
It would have been more.
I think
impact
it would
if
have
was
had
Kim,
more impact if it was Kim.
But
To
like
be
the
honest.
generation that's currently
Yeah.
popping
but
doesn't
I
care
don't know.
about Kim the way that they care about Kylie.
Wasn't for me, but aside from that, stop it.
No, it's something we need to talk about
Aside
because
from that,
everybody's
the video
talking
was
about
sick.
it.
I feel like
The
we
video
should
was
definitely
nice.
address it.
The video was
Yeah.
live. There were some sick other artists in there
Mm-hmm.
that were like flashed real quick.
Yeah.
That could have taken that time, and Kylie could have been flashed real quick if they wanted Kylie in there. Because it would
Yeah.
have been the same level of controversy
Yes.
as if she was walking down the
Yes.
thing. Because everyone would have been like, why is Kylie in there popping
Yeah.
nothing? Because she can't pop nothing. So like, why is she
Literally just
She was
walked.
walking.
You know what?
Everyone else
She
was
modeled
making
They should have killed it, yeah.
Let
Had
her model
Nicki
for 2
Minaj, I
seconds in a
swear.
little flashes.
Please, if it was Nicki.
I wanted Nicki.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I would have loved if it was a
So
big
bad.
girl. I would have loved if it was like Lizzo or
Yeah,
Chica.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lizzo as well.
Chica,
Lizzo's
like in a
bad.
you know, like
Yeah.
someone who's not overly sexualized but being kind of sexy, but like a little like you know. That would have been for me.
Yes.
I would have been like, that is sick. It could have, and it's not even the fact that she's not black, because it could have been anyone. Because there's a beautiful Latin girl in that video who's also like a sick artist. I forget her name, but she's actually a sick artist, and she was in there. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And so Kylie, I was like, they slowed the song down so I can see this girl who I've seen on my Instagram every fucking day. Like, it's not. Do you know what I mean? I would like if it represented someone else that we ain't seen enough of instead of someone that we've seen too much of.
Yes.
But they knew it was going to cause a
Yeah, I
thing.
think from
That's
a
why they did
marketing
it.
standpoint, it was very, very, very smart
Smart.
because everyone was talking about it. And I remember someone on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure, and I don't remember the Twitter handle exactly, but I think it's like Tony Tone or something.
Yeah.
And she literally tweeted saying, "Oh, do you know what? Cardi knew what she was doing with when she
it's
added
marketing.
Kylie," and Cardi retweeted. So it's like, yes,
It's
she
marketing
knew
that
she was gonna make money.
That's why it's not an issue for me, because it's marketing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do to get the P.
Exactly.
But the
So-
thing that annoys me is
They're
I
also
feel like she
some of the
still
most
would have
spoken
gotten
about
the
women
P
in the
without
game right now.
exactly
Yeah, but-
appearing in it.
But also, like, remember, lockdown is over, but people are still in the yard spending bare time on it.
Yeah.
Everybody's still, like, working from home and shit.
Yeah.
People are spending
Yeah.
a lot of hours on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, adding that scene into a music video is going to have the height of meme creation.
Exactly.
That's
the
true.
height of meme
That's what they want.
creation.
That is
How many,
true.
how many videos I've seen about opening the door and it's someone else?
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Like, that's
I
amazing.
love that so much. Oh my gosh.
I will take the L from the people who are a bit annoyed by it to get the jokes from it.
Yeah.
Because if there wasn't like jokes made after it, I would have been like, this is fucking annoying. But the fact that it's been made like kind of light and flow, like that way I can handle it a bit better. But it did kind of like, I was like,
yeah, that was my reaction.
I need to know who the stylist was for the video.
So do I.
need to know.
And they be my best friends.
Meg's
Were
hair.
mad.
Meg's hair to match her.
The stripes.
I was like, yes! And I just want to say, Cardi's brave as hell because there's no way I would be putting pasties and titties hanging
How
out.
much did it hurt? No, I know
The
it ached.
sweat.
I know.
I know
Good
the
thing
sweat.
is, you know when you get like a full pack of beer and the can
Pick
of
up
that
in the little
figure,
plastic.
and when you pull it like just. I
Fuck's
swear to God, pulling my titties back out of the outfit must have
What
felt
did
like
it
that.
like?
I swear. Well, it looked good. It looked good.
It did look good.
I'm not here to hate on that.
It did look good. I think everybody in that video
Was A1.
looked great.
It was
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
The styling, even that little like pink and yellow corridor little
loved
look,
it.
it was so
I loved it. The
cute.
fun house.
I loved
Yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
I would have liked Christina. You know what? Christina tweeted about like how wet ass pussy had her in the fields while she was in the swimming pool.
Oh, really?
And someone added her to the video.
I saw
and it
that.
looked sick.
I
It looked sick.
saw that.
See, if they put Christina in there, I would have been like, yes, it's the
Talking
original
about Christina Aguilera, so everybody knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's the original Dark.
Iconic.
Then I would have been
could've
okay.
worked.
She came on in chaps, so I would have been like,
In
yes.
chaps. Yes.
I can give you a list of people who could have taken that scene, but I shan't.
Now I'm telling you.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm here for it. You know,
It's a
summer
sick
bar.
tune.
I
I
like
can't
it.
lie, it's a sick tune. The wordplay is amazing. Apart from like, there's a few lines that I'm like, I was watching Timothy De La Ghetto review the song
Yeah.
lyrics, and he was like, some of these lines, yeah, if a man said them to a woman, you guys would be like, oh, this is
How
wrong.
she
Yeah, but
says
it's not
And then
to
because
me,
it's a
makes you
woman's,
feel that
when
way.
it's
It's not meant to be a man
woman,
saying
nah,
that.
nah. If a man came to you, like, okay, let me be the man.
Okay, okay.
Remember what sister you're talking to.
Oh, sorry. Queen. Step on me if you like. I know that's what works for you. Step on me if you like. Smack me if you like. But may I park my Big Mac truck in your little garage? You'd be like,
I'd be like, first of all,
need to-
yeah.
you know-
How big
You know
is
what
the
it is?
truck?
This is what I'm
And
saying.
how
You
tasty
can
is
only
the Big
say
Mac?
there are things if obviously what you're working with measures up.
but don't
If
tell me
you
it's
got some
big.
average Joe,
Don't
come
tell
say
me it's
that.
big. If you got big dick,
Don't
you don't need to
speak
tell
on
me
it.
it's
Don't
big.
speak
I said
on it.
Show me it's
yeah,
big.
you-
Show me it's
leave
big.
it.
If you come to me in the club and you want to show me your big dick, you better get me to wine with you. That's the only way you're going to be able to talk to me about this dick energy.
Wow. The receipts. Wow.
Big Mac truck in this little garage with your club breath. I don't
I'm
think
big.
so. I don't think.
You can't only be offered dick in the club. There's other places.
Yeah, Alright, I'm sitting at the bus stop. Yo, can I get your number? Can I park this Big Mac truck in your
You're
little
talking to the
garage?
wrong one.
Take off your hood.
I know it's great.
She's gonna say that. Because
Oh no.
your package is looking
No.
Yeah,
There are some mad lines.
I wouldn't have a
used to do
problem
them
with
on
that.
TikTok. It is hilarious. There's this video, yeah, where the song's playing and then when Meg says, let me get on top and spell my name out.
Yeah.
People are there twerking to it and they're like, huh? And they're trying to like, yes, that was my reaction when I had it. I was like, huh? Let you do what?
Because she goes.
It was like
when he asks
Tory
me-
Lane's in the
when
take
he-
when it's like, really?
When he asks me whose pussy this is, I'm gonna spell my name on his dick.
Yeah,
I'm like, yes, this is exactly how I feel. It's
But
not
then-
yours, babes. It's mine.
Yeah,
Trust
translate
me.
it, translate it.
I just do my name, Momo.
I'm out here with
She'll be like, oh damn, my dick don't bend that way.
No.
No, I love it. I love it, and I think this is like if you're a big artist or you've got a really catchy tune,
Yes.
where people can jump on it and make a dance. I mean, this is the perfect time because TikTok is like just.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Right now, yeah.
So if you can make a routine, a dance routine,
There's a
or
dance
something
routine on
funny.
there for it. It is
Is
sick.
it the mop?
They do the mop, but then they do a split where the leg comes around and
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah,
split.
yeah.
It's bad.
How come all of these people can do these things, please? Can someone explain?
No, I need to
What happened
understand
when
it.
you went to that dance lesson, yeah, and you boom cat cat?
Okay, let's not talk about what I
she
just.
said to us. She sent us a voice. I was like, how do people do free for? Boom, cat.
No,
Boom, cat.
you need to understand what happened to me, okay? I went to this audition, and then we were going to warm up, and everyone was jogging, and I was like, cool, I can jog.
Yeah.
We're doing this, and then next thing I know, I'm looking around, and everyone's going, boom, 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 boom. What the fuck? When did we learn this bit? Nobody told me this bit. And then, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, cat, cat, cat. And I'm like, what the fuck is boom, cat, cat, cat? I don't know this shit.
Only dancers
I am a
understand
singer.
that.
Oh man,
Okay, I don't
boom,
boom,
cat.
cat.
Because I can't learn choreography as quick as everyone else.
Joiene,
They
you
can show you one time,
and
and then everyone's like, okay, let's put it together. I'm like, put it together.
Oh my gosh.
I had to pray, bitch. I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, I'm in front of a mirror. I saw myself do it. I still don't remember. It takes me like 2 weeks to learn choreography. Oh my gosh, it's so
Simple
long.
choreography.
Just to get it in my head. Just to get it in my head. I'm like,
it's like
yeah.
learning a song.
I've always
It's
been
not
like,
like learning a
remember,
song.
it's not, because
It's like learning lyrics, okay?
It's
it
not,
literally
it's
is.
not.
It is like
It's
just
not
getting the
like
movement.
lyrics
to
are written down on paper.
Wow. I don't have to learn a verse and a chorus at the same time. Why are my hands, feet, and hips at the same time? I can't do it.
Please tell me what the hell is isolating your shoulders. Can you explain this to me?
Using just your shoulders.
I can't do it. My
Isolate
shoulders
your
go where my
shoulders.
head. No matter what I do. Yeah, they're
No.
attached.
No. Oh my god. It's not for you.
I'm not a dancer,
Just be
guys.
like,
I do not dance.
I can dance on stage to my own song, but if you give me choreography, I'm gonna need like.
no.
Imagine having to sing and dance at the same time.
I need
Isn't that the
these
goal?
choreography.
It's like
Literally when you're a
training
performer.
Yeah, but you have to
You've been training your head.
It's
Because I know what you're
all
paid to do.
It can be done.
I'm paid to
but-
sing and write.
lungs.
Okay, I will add the dance. You pay me more for the dance, first of all. And
We've
second
got to
of all,
pay the dancers.
I'll
What are you
add-
talking about? I'm going to pay you for me to struggle in the camera.
No, so I can look dumb. So I can look dumb.
So what you say to me? Why'd you shake everything instead of just your ass? I don't
Oh,
know,
no.
bitch.
I'm not going out looking like that.
No,
I refuse.
no.
I refuse. I would rather let the background dancers do it, and I'll just be like, just do a little.
Just do that one. You know when they teach every 8 bars, you get 1 move.
Exactly.
And then the dancers do their thing, and then you go.
Exactly. Because first of all,
So
I need to be able to breathe. I'm moving and breathing at the same time. That's all.
What do you mean?
Moving, breathing, singing at the same time.
Trying to catch you big nose.
Monique, you grew up such a J-Lo fan, yeah? Do you not know what a dance break is?
But can J-Lo anyway?
She's not. Okay, Beyonce.
No, but no one is Beyonce.
No, first of all,
Nobody is
Second of
Beyonce.
all, do you think that my body can even hit a move as hard as Beyonce's body?
You know,
She hits
She
moves
does
so
dance
hard.
hard.
She's literally
Sometimes I'm like, nah, that's not
She be
it.
crooked a little, so I don't think that I can do that. I can't. Have you guys seen Jordan Sparks' new
No,
video?
no.
Is it
I'm not the biggest Jordan Sparks fan.
Neither am I. But she has a video out, and it's called like Red Sangria. So first of all,
Red Sangria.
it's just like
Isn't sangria
like a red
anyway?
sangria, like a red sangria, and people were like, "This sounds like an advert for tampons."
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Oh, honey.
Ew.
But obviously, like the song didn't even sound that bad. It's that fact that she's doing a dance routine and she's not a strong dancer, and I refuse to
Do
look
that.
like this.
No,
So I
Okay,
feel like-
that's why you practice.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
think
It doesn't matter how hard I practice.
No, I
No,
could probably get it after a bit of practice,
Listen.
yeah? But I need practice. She's a
Didn't
beautiful
get it.
girl. She's talented.
Yeah.
It just looks a bit mad, and I can't do that. I just can't. Like people, like obviously, I don't even want to do this because I love my fellow artists and that. She's there in a jumpsuit, yeah, yellow jumpsuit. Unfortunately, you can see the sweat patches and stuff, and people are like,
In the jumpsuit. And they put it in
They
the
left it in the video.
Yes.
No.
Denim, yellow denim. You can see like.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot of
and
sweat.
like,
then to get
obviously
through the
she's
denim.
like, I think it's denim. Everyone sweats when they dance in it. Like it's just like the
Yeah.
certain bit because she's already not doing it well. Then everybody
Yeah.
starts looking at every little thing.
Yeah.
I can't go out like this.
Yeah.
And then everyone was saying that she was looking like Tisha when she did her Still Here
Oh
Here
my
performance.
God.
And I can't be
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't
disrespect
want
because
to.
that performance was art. I'm just so sorry.
It was art.
Have people seen it though?
What?
Tell them what they need to type into YouTube.
It's by Tisha.
Tisha Still Here live. Still Here.
This is
Still,
the
as
moment.
in STEEL
Tisha Campbell.
Yeah.
It is something. It is something. The moves are mad.
No, do you know what? Yeah,
We
I'm not
tried to
gonna lie
learn
to
the
you.
choreography last night. Oh my god.
No. Because there's actually a moment, yeah, where you think she's just waving her hands and her legs, but we tried to copy it. It's actually so intricate. Because she's like,
artistic. Everyone's like, why is she so out of breath when she's standing there just performing? I know why she's so out of breath because I tried it.
it's
I tried
so
it.
good.
I tried it sitting down. I wasn't even standing. We were just trying to
Give the arms
okay.
down, boom, 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 boom.
I'm not gonna lie, she's a freaking star for that.
Fam.
It was only like a minute and a half performance.
I don't know stars what I would do.
It's a heat wave. It's not unfit. It's a heat wave.
You had to put out the disclaimer because it's been hot, man.
That's mad.
But like obviously,
Ridiculous.
I love that woman. Yeah, she's actually a legend, and the song is actually good.
It's a really,
She
really
just
good song.
performs really hard,
Yes.
like really hard.
Yes.
Like
A lot of passion.
Like, really hard.
And I just don't want to go out like
and I can't.
can't.
I would rather like spend 3 months practicing. You know, like when before you go on tour, like practicing all the routines. I'd rather spend like 3 months getting it so it looks
I
nice.
just don't think 3
And
months.
I'm not doing. I'm not doing those Sierra moves. I'm not gonna get on the floor and grind on the floor with my knees.
This is a
I'll do like a Leanna Havas. Leanna Havas just sits there, guitar, singing, moves a little bit.
Oh my god.
She still makes a great performance. I can't do Mary J. Blige moves.
I want
I'm
to
not gonna be able to do it.
I want to literally drag myself across the floor on the stage from my belly and do the worm while I'm singing it.
So how does
I can't do
you
anything.
train that?
I don't know. I want to do it. I don't know. I
You
can't.
won, man. You could just get Diddy and Mary.
In the background and then move.
Pop with the
Years
legs onto
ago,
the wall.
She let me choreograph her. She did.
Which one?
It was 8 years ago, and we did routines to Skin by Rihanna
I mean, that's different
and to
because
Damn It to Joe by Janet Jackson. And when I say she was dying,
I wasn't as fit back then, guys. I didn't do gym. Okay, now I do gym. I can do it.
it was immense.
Yeah.
If you saw this, oh.
Yeah, but how do you think I felt growing up when you used to choreograph for me and my wonderful friends who were they're doing athletics and dancing, and I was doing nothing. I was doing nothing but singing.
I know.
No scrub.
Trust me.
Like it's
Remember what I
enough.
did to you to make you learn heel palm toe?
You put me outside in the rain and splashed rainwater on me until I got it right.
Did you learn it?
Yes.
So.
And this is why we don't
Sure, it was
know.
fun.
This is why I like talking. This is why.
Because every time you think about it, you're like,
You know, it's always like having someone shoot guns on my feet. I'm like, get it right. And that's when Felicia and I became close because of Stockholm syndrome.
It's not that deep.
It's
It's not
not
that deep.
Aggressive, man. It was aggressive. I don't know. I just
You
choreography
like
for
it
me
well,
is really difficult. Like it's just a really difficult thing.
Yeah.
And I actually really love to watch artists dance and sing at the same time.
it's amazing.
Yo, back before Chris was problematic and he did like Take It Down.
Oh yeah. Even Maya.
Yeah,
She's
no,
so
mostly
underrated.
Maya, yeah.
Maya is so underrated, but oh my
Yeah.
god, she does both.
I love
She
it.
does
I love it. Oh, I'm going to do some more shows.
Tank don't need to do no more than he does, you know. He doesn't know. When I seen that video for Dirty with the POV, I was like,
Yo,
You
have you seen the video?
I have not seen that video either.
oh my god. After this,
I was WAP after
fucking spoiled.
Wow.
That video is
Oh,
awesome.
he's like,
That's mad.
it's like you're watching him do
How
the
long
dance.
ago did this come
Why the last year?
This is why I didn't see
As
it.
long as it doesn't look like them TikToks, yeah.
No. Yo, have you guys seen
No,
that?
I'm not seeing that TikTok.
Have you seen the
The
TikTok?
TikTok. Have you seen when they grab the sheet? When they grab the sheet, that's me, and I'm like,
It's
oh
like
wow.
you're the camera.
Yep.
And you carry
and
on
the
the
camera coming at you like doing these.
Oh, Tank.
Wow.
No,
Oh,
I'm talking about the other people, not
No, I'm
Tank.
talking about the music
Oh,
video.
okay.
But on TikTok, they're trying to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
they'll do this. They'll put the phone down like
And
this,
they'll go like this.
and they go over it.
And
But
they were
what
like,
they'll do, they
protect
grab the
you.
sheet. Listen, that grab the sheet. I don't know what it is about it. Yeah, but I'm like,
Not me.
Wait,
the men are grabbing the sheets.
Like,
They're over you.
Their
I don't know
phone
how to
as
explain
if-
this to
they
you.
put
You're the phone,
They put the
basically.
phone down like it's the woman, and then they start going up and down like they're fucking
Like,
you.
yeah.
Careful,
It's
because I'll
not.
get banned from
Yeah, no,
TikTok.
Leah,
It's
I know
not.
it sounds
It's
better
not.
than
It's
what it
not.
actually is.
It's
because-
not.
Watch when I
It
send
is
you the
not.
TikToks.
Leah's
Leah,
Leah,
you're setting yourself up
I'm
for
just
disappointment.
saying, yeah. Has a woman done it yet?
Because Leah's about to get
Yes.
OnlyFans on the go.
Listen, I told you, yeah, OnlyFans is starting, yeah.
She's gonna put one of these phone holders on
Just
just
not
be
to
like,
your feet.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
That could be a sick OnlyFans.
No, it couldn't.
What, man?
No, it couldn't. You
That
know
would
what?
make so much money. I wouldn't even need to take my clothes off, just bounce.
Oh my god.
It's not even sexual, I don't even have to eat
I'm
like
not,
that.
we're
It's
not,
not even that sexy.
we're not doing it. No.
You can
Just
be
have a hate,
they're gonna
man.
catch us. I can't take my clothes off. Just do this real quick.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh, are you mad? Money makers.
Get a green
Absolutely
screen. Get a green
disgusting.
screen. You
I'll
can be
paint
in the
my bedroom
library.
wall green. It
You
don't
can be on
matter.
the back of the bus.
All over the house.
Exactly. You can be all
Come
over the
on.
house.
Remember that video
Speaking
though?
of all over the house,
Hang on, did you see that video?
how can you guys complain about wet ass
That
pussy
got
all
taken off.
over the
That's
house?
been
That got
Actually,
taken
come on,
down
it's
within
it.
days. That was
It was an actual problem.
I
like-
saw condoms. I saw condoms. I was like, this is not a music video.
all of those views that video got, about 25% was probably from me. You know when you pull it up, pull it up. Did I just see that?
Yeah, you did.
It was
You did
mad.
see that.
It was mad.
That was actually a joke.
But listen, TikTok, yeah, is a game changer. Because have you seen that? You know, I showed you like that old man.
Oh no, man.
You know the old ass people? They come on
Yeah.
looking old and stuff. And then they do the whole change.
They wipe.
Yeah, wipe
Wipe it down and they.
They look good.
Mm.
And here's the thing, yeah, it's a lie. Hinge don't have those old
No,
men.
don't get me started. Don't have
Listen.
them old men. You got a different type of old man out there.
Really?
Trust
Oh
me.
wow.
They don't want it.
Oh,
No, they don't want it.
wow. Do they approach you?
Yeah, like I don't know if I mentioned
How old
it
are we
before.
talking?
I
How
put
old are we
I put
talking?
my age thing. I don't know what I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to guess myself.
Mhm.
But I put my age thing between 25 and 50
Yeah.
just to see what would happen.
What?
The bin men of it, like the bin, the bin
Nah,
men
I
of the
didn't
thing.
call people bin men.
Because they don't
Oh
like
my
you.
The bin men of the thing. And don't get it twisted. I've seen some fine ass bin men, but I'm like it smells
It's
out
still
over
a
there. I
bin
can't
man.
help you. But like the Bob the Builders.
I've actually seen
Coming
some
up.
bin men, you know.
So far.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You know some money.
About a no one now, that's taking it too far, you know.
It's not my fault that he worked on bins. Okay.
You get paid good.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not
You
saying
get
that.
muscle.
I'm not degrading nobody's job.
These service workers be the finest of the fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These guys that work in Tesco's
Yeah.
and that.
Wow.
You like
Yeah.
you and your man you stuck in Tesco's.
Listen, it's fine. Like,
I
if you
don't
see
stalk
me,
anyone.
I mean,
if you see me,
listen. I mean,
if you work in Tesco's and you see her or her, you might have a chance.
no,
'Cause they've got
not
Tesco Bay.
necessarily.
They've got a Tesco Bay.
If
We
you're
don't have
Tesco
Tesco
Bay,
Bay.
not if you work in Tesco's. If you are Tesco Bay,
Yeah, but he don't
then
know
come
his
find
Tesco Bay.
He knows he's Tesco Bay. He's seen this look.
I met.
I know he could.
She gave the face.
Yeah,
You know what the funniest thing is? She gave the face under a mask like
He could see the smiles, man.
No, me. That's what it looks like now, but with a mask. Like he's about to have a face.
There's bare shocked and shit like. Man's looking around to see if he's done the wrong thing on the wrong shelf.
Maybe he doesn't know his Tesco Bay. I don't think he does.
If you saw this face behind a mask looking real scary, I won't you?
I like seeing it.
And I won't you? No, I don't need to be reminded of that
No.
video.
How old? So what, you get mainly 50-year-olds?
Like
Or older?
no, so like I did it. I stopped after a while
Okay.
because everyone who was coming was like. I didn't get that many who were over like 30, 80.
Oh, okay.
But then some of them were like 45,
Okay.
Close
You did
to
put up to
50.
50.
48. And those ones were the ones that, why, yeah?
Wow.
Why are you like, I really don't understand the type of people that I attract. Because I'd be thinking like, you know, black men, those freaking uncles who have been attracted to me since I was 13. Them ones. And then I just be thinking like, okay, maybe a few Asian, a few white men that are like down with the SWAT. And you kind of can tell,
What is that down with the SWAT?
You can't often tell which ones are, you know.
This is the thing, like often...
It's a nice surprise.
Sometimes.
Often I've
never been there, but you know.
I'd be thinking
it's like, okay, I see you, that's it.
Usually it's them ones that like, you know, they work in music or they like got black friends and stuff like that have the... I don't think that they're the only ones that are attracted to me. I just think they're the ones that are confident enough
to approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
On Hinge, no one needs confidence, you know. I'm like, oh my god, this is the kind of people that are attracted to me. It's just a shock. Like skinny, older.
She's like, no.
She's
She's like, not one
It's
side.
the opposite of my type. I do not like skinny
If you know Monique, she likes a chubby guy.
Chubby guy with a big
Like
smile.
a little bit of a...
I like between chubby and hench, like this is all you've got, and I don't want you to be too henchy.
She just like, you got the shoulders. You got the shoulders, but here it's like light and
I would
nice
say,
and
you know what
soft.
though? Actually, my favorite type is someone who used to be chubby who got hench.
Okay.
I can tell the difference between someone who's hench and someone who was chubby and is hench now.
Okay.
And my eyes go straight to that person. But if you got a cool personality, I can go for like medium. But once you get to skinny, I'm like, don't try to date me if you're skinny because you're gonna end up fat within like 6 months.
That she will do it.
Yeah,
I have done it.
Oh my god.
But it was just a shock. It was
So,
a shock.
Joiene, you're from France.
Mm-hmm.
In France, they're white people.
Yeah.
Are they confident? No, they are. Are they confident to approach you not being white? Or is it not a thing? Or is it like a, you're mixed race?
I think it's more of
really?
that one. Like,
Your face, because you lived in France. For a
yeah,
year.
she was there too. It's really just that thing. It's a very, it's a
You're so
fetish thing.
exotic.
It's a fetish thing, 100%.
Oh no.
Really. And you can tell in the things they say as well, it's always either bodily focus, so it's always like, oh, you know, your lips or this and that.
Really?
It's just like, or your lip, the lips all the time, all the time. Yeah. Especially in my area, that is predominantly like white over there. And then obviously when there's black people, then usually from like the Congo, Ivory Coast and all of the old French colonies and stuff. But it's mainly white. So it's like when I did attract white guys, it was usually because of the body. It was nothing else. It was the body. And I think it's because it's like, you're the black girl, but it's like you're not the dark skinned one, so you're kind of, you're the nice little, you know, it's like my experience, the black experience, and it's
you're enough of an experiment, but you're not too much, sort of thing.
Yeah. I remember when we came to visit you, and there was a guy who came up and he was like, why are you?
Yeah,
like
because
people.
Humans. Because where it is, like Joiene was saying, it's very predominantly white, French, Italian.
French and
Italian.
Algerian as
There's
well.
some Algerian guys there as well.
Yeah.
But whenever I got approached by a white man, he was always old.
Okay.
Older than me.
That's a French thing, no?
It is, yeah.
And
in France, it tends to be older people with younger. No?
They do have this like thing about mistresses, like younger mistresses. But
really?
It's almost it's kind of
I'll
like
take a mistress.
But literally, they make jokes about it. A lot.
Okay.
But when I was there, that's what I experienced. They made jokes about it a lot. But there's older. It was always older, and I don't mean like he's 40. I mean like he's
65.
Oh, okay.
They'd come and they'd approach, and because I think I'm quite thick, right?
Yeah.
So Joiene's body is very sportif. It's like sporty and like, but she's curvy, whereas I'm like thick. And even when I was skinnier when I was there, but I was still like seen as thick, like shapely.
Yeah.
And a lot of the younger people see that as like being unfit, sort of a thing. Like a lot of the people, like there was like women there who were like size 14 to 16, and they'd be like, oh, she's a bit fat, isn't she? and you're like,
Oh, wow.
she's a bit fat.
Oh,
She's
you-
flipping beautiful.
yeah.
Like, are you alright?
Yeah.
So I never really got that attention much off of
Your age group.
my age group. Was older, and I remember I had one guy who came to me 3 different times. So you know he was old because he was senile. He came to me. He came to me
Persistent.
3 different
not
times.
senile.
Senile. He was like 3 different times he came to me. 3 different times he
Uh-huh.
came to me. And it was around the same area, and he'd forgotten that he'd spoken to me before.
Oh no.
And he was like,
no.
every single time he'd be like, "Oh, you're mélanger or something. What do they call you when you're mixed race? Something like that, like
Métis.
métis." They'd be like,
Yeah.
"You're métis. Oh, where are you from? Blah 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 blah." And I'd be like, because I'm mixed race. A lot of people would stop me and be like, "You're métis. Where are you from?"
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in general,
Yeah.
but because it was clearly a shock.
Like
But-
African.
But when I told them, it was like Afrique and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And English. And then he'd come to me and he'd be like, "Oh, I went to Africa with the army when I was
Uh-huh.
younger.
Yeah.
The African women were so beautiful every
Just
single
probably
time.
got
about 10
Every
kids
single
in
time.
Africa
And this
that
is
don't
when I
know.
understood enough French to understand what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, yeah, when we were in the army, the women are beautiful." I'm like, "You're probably there when you had a wife fucking some African woman. You know, like, you know it."
Whoa.
And he was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You remind me of them, blah, 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 blah."
Yeah, you know. You
Yeah.
see that.
Okay, this is you have nothing about me is attractive to you apart from the fact that I'm brown,
Brown,
and I
yeah.
remind you of your younger days.
Yeah.
3 different times he tried to chirp me, asked me for my number, and he was like, I'm like, first of all, you are so brave at 55, whatever age you are.
They have nothing
to
to
come
lose.
to me.
Yeah.
You must, and it's also in a university campus, so I feel like he was a professor or some shit.
That's
Oh,
weird.
wow.
And he was like, "Oh, I would love to take you for a drink sometime. I would love to take you for a drink sometime."
At least it was being friendly and saying
Yeah.
a drink and not anything. polite.
Granddad.
A drink. please.
Yeah, it's nicer than
Granddad.
some of the
Drink
things
is
that happen.
drink.
This is like this guy.
Yeah, no, but that's
This is like sorry. This
Because
is
the
like
camera's-
this is like literally granddad. This is like granddad coming to me and being like, "Can I take you for a drink?"
I've literally had someone of that age grab my ass on the bus with no shame. Like, no, I
How
was like
old
this.
is this?
No, he was old.
I know the person
No.
you're talking about is 70 something. So how old are you talking?
He was like old enough that he started hunching a little in his old age, and old enough that he forgot that he chirps me before. So he was great.
He's like, oh my
Like,
gosh. It's
More
more about
of
that.
Métis
How old
girls
are we
coming
talking?
and
He was
popping up.
like, he was like, again,
next door.
about the same
Like, wow,
age.
they're all
Oh,
moving
really?
in.
It's still
you
me.
listen to this.
Yeah.
What?
Ass grabber. He was about the same age. I was on the bus taking me to nursery with someone. He was with me on the bus on that day. And I was literally standing there holding my pram, and as he was walking off the bus, he went under my coat and
No,
grabbed-
that's rude,
Yeah,
you know.
he went, and I was wearing a
Coat.
long, like, if y'all know me, I like to wear a long trench coat. He went underneath the jacket, grabbed a handful of ass, and then when I turned around and was like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
He was like, and he was looking
Are you mad?
so
Or
I
fuck
went
you?
mad. No, I went mad. I was like, "Bro, do you think I won't knock you out? I don't care. You're an old man, you know."
I'm a male.
While I was with a female, a young
Okay,
white female.
okay.
So when I mentioned obviously what happened, we both went off because I was like, "Listen,
Yeah.
obviously you're used to when you were young and you could just grab black ass all day long, but you
Yeah,
can't just grab white ass."
Yeah, Rosalie, it's
I've
like
got-
everything
Of
racial,
course.
you know.
We can't just grab ass.
She looked, she was like, oh, you're different colour to me.
No,
What do you think
that's not
before
what
you think you
I
can
looked
help
at his-
yourself?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You
And
helped,
she's right.
you
But
helped,
she
you,
is right.
helped yourself to buy people for too long.
You trust me? How are you gonna
Yeah.
be like, "Oh yeah, look at that! Oh, look at that young piece of." Yeah, I could tell that that's literally
How
what
do
he
you
did.
go into someone's jacket? though?
Underneath the jacket, the man didn't even
Man
have the
didn't
nerve to
want
just
to-
brush. He literally undergrabbed and like he took a piece of my ass. I was so angry. I
See,
couldn't-
that's a bravery only an old man can give, because a young man will just swipe past you with his dick.
You know, he'll walk 2 feet too close to you and do that whole. That's what a young man does. An old man to grab my whole booty.
Yeah, old
My
men
whole
are different.
ass.
They're a different type of creepy. you
They're
know.
nasty, man.
They're a different kind of creepy.
Old ass mofos.
Mm-mm. They're different kind of creepy. It's not right.
I
It's
don't
not.
like.
Well, you know what? They start off as young men. This is what you have to think about.
They do.
They don't. Some of them, yes, get to old and then they just turn nasty. But
Yeah.
you get these like 30-year-olds
Oh no.
going after like
We get younger.
19.
We get.
Do you get what I mean? So the dirty old man thing starts.
It starts
early.
from when you're like
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
So boom. For all you 21-year-old geezers out there looking 16-year-old girls, stop it. Yeah?
Today.
No.
Because this is where it starts. This is where, when I was
remember
16
when I
years
was
old,
in
I
school,
was dating
year 11,
20-year-olds.
there were people coming to the school gate in their car.
In their car to
to
pick
pick
up
up girls from school, and they'd be so gassed like, oh, that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend.
so
Yeah, because when
Do
you're
you have
younger, you
parents?
don't really
Yeah,
clock
but-
that you're.
Like, do you
Your
have
job
parents?
as the girl, as the young female,
You're too young to
Yeah,
know.
you're too young. That's
to
what I'm
know.
saying.
You're
isn't it?
gassed that you've got someone who's looking after you. It is the man's job in that situation to know that she's
That's
too young
not
for
right.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not right.
your brain isn't even developed enough to know this is danger.
This
The
is
only time you
amazing.
see it as danger is when it's an old person.
Older,
So clearly
Or someone
older.
who you've gotten a retraction to.
Yeah.
Then it's this, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But once you're retracted, it's different. Listen, I will be honest, I was a problematic teenager. I was. And it was.
Okay, sorry.
No,
go on.
I was.
Still on.
And even into like my very early 20s, I liked what I liked. So in my teens, it was very rare that I told someone my actual age. I used to always add 2 years. One, because I did look older than I was, and two, because it's what I liked, and it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Now, you know, when there's people you've known from like MSN days, and they'll see you celebrating like your 30th birthday, and I swear you were 30 a few years ago. Like,
Today.
I've only lied about
Do you know
that
what I
age
mean?
once.
No,
and
that
I
was my
got
thing.
so fast.
I used to lie about my-
unbelievable.
There's 6 years between me and you, though. It was the thing.
Yeah, it was.
It
And
was the
telling
thing.
people the wrong name and that.
The wrong
The
name.
wrong name and age.
Yes.
See that. So this is where there's a difference because when you're the female and you're lying about your age, you can't blame a man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when you are
Fully
in your
honest.
school uniform
Yes.
and a 35-year-old man is coming to you and saying, "Do you remember walking past the pub in
That pub in
Wolverhampton?"
Wolverhampton, yeah, because I used to walk past there when it was raining. There was this one old man who used to constantly say, "Oh, come touch my umbrella. You want my umbrella?
Touch my umbrella.
Come touch my umbrella." That's just why Dad told me to stop walking past the Manhattan because it was like, listen, them man there are gonna drag you into the pub one day.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, because I used to walk through the car park because it was just for some reason it felt quicker than walking round in it.
Oh my
So I walked through the
God.
car park and guaranteed harassment from these old ass men then that all smell like bud and Domino's. I know you can't smell a Domino, but
You
you
can
can smell
A domino smells like Magnum. A domino smells like Magnum.
It does smell like a
Magnum.
It does.
I used
and,
to wear coats. Walking through that car park, I used to wear coats when it was hot because I didn't want anyone to look at me or say anything. I hated it. I'd be in school trousers, not even like skirt or nothing.
Yeah,
School
yeah,
trousers. Not that what you wear should even make
Any difference.
Not even a little bit.
Exactly.
But I was so uncomfortable.
Obviously.
I'd wear school trousers and like zip up my coat if it was
yeah.
hot because I just didn't like it and it didn't matter. They'd still do it. So they know you're in school. In the broad daylight, 4:30.
Yeah.
They're out in
No
the
shame.
shine it.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's mad. Remember when we used to get the bus to school? Mark. Listen, this was not his
man
name, so I
showed-
can say his name. His name was definitely 1000% not Mark.
But that's what he told us.
But that's what he told us.
Okay.
He was an older Jamaican man.
He was actually a paedophile.
Let me.
And
He was actually a paedophile.
oh my
You
God,
know, like
you're saying-
he was a paedophile because
He
you wouldn't-
was.
You wouldn't even say this to your parents because you were uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But when you're that young, you don't realize how bad it is.
Yeah.
Like I saw like paedophile behavior clearly,
Yes.
and still didn't know how bad it was. I was like,
Of
ew, that's
course.
disgusting.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't
Yeah.
say anything
How-
about it. 'Cause I didn't know it was a danger. I just thought,
We
oh,
used
this
to just
person
make
just likes
sure-
this stuff and it's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, we used to know if Mark's on the bus, we're sitting together on the seat because
Yeah.
we used to
Yeah,
do
we
that
used to-
whole bad girl thing where you're sitting there and I'm sitting there.
Yeah,
But
we used to have a conversation.
No.
Before, this is how you know it was a problem. We used to have a
Yeah.
conversation before getting on the bus. If Mark's there, we're gonna sit, and
Yeah.
we're gonna sit a few seats in front of where we would sit because he sits on the back
Yeah.
of the bus.
Yeah,
He literally took out a magazine, a porn magazine, and showed it to us
yeah.
in our school uniforms on the way to
Yeah.
school in the morning.
Did anyone
Do you have
intervene?
this? Is what he was saying. Nah, he was like, do you have this? Do you look like that under your clothes?
Yeah.
Telling us something about how he wants to make us cow dick soup to make us horny. I was like, the hell?
Yeah.
Yes. He literally said, I'll bring you some soup. It's a special soup. It makes you strong. XYZ. I was like, what's in the soup? It's like cow dick. And I thought it was his accent and I didn't hear him properly. I was like, huh? And he said it and I was like,
And he would just sit and laugh.
Yeah.
Sit and laugh like it was jokes and the bus could be full, steaming windows full, and no one would say anything, knowing that we're two young girls.
Yes. The only thing that we had was, there was this man who used to get on the bus with us. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful
gorgeous.
man. Mm-hmm. He used to get on the bus with us. And he used to look out for us if this guy was on there.
Good.
Come,
yeah.
Good.
He'd be like, come. And it wasn't like paedophilic or anything.
Yeah,
He'd just be like, now come sit on this side.
Yeah.
And he'd kind of sit with his body language so this guy couldn't come to where we were.
He'd sit behind us in front of the guy with a newspaper.
Yeah, right in front.
So
he just open up the Metro Massive.
Yeah. It was really bad.
That should be
the instant reaction of anyone.
That in years.
Bro, my instant reaction would have been just to throw hands. Not as you, not as the other man.
You think about the age as well.
Yeah.
You think about the age that we were at, and Felicia's also very protective over me in general, so she will take the brunt of it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even notice. Even
like for me, I was facing. Listen, he'd be saying this stuff, like, oh yeah, really? Yes.
Yeah.
Like I would keep it so that he would never turn it onto like, some sexual conversation with my sister.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Boom, let's leave it here.
Yeah.
I'll be facey, let it roll off my back.
Yeah.
And keep it like that. But this other guy on the bus, he was obviously going to his job every day.
Yeah.
So I can see why he didn't like throw hands.
Yeah.
But he definitely made us come sit. And when Mark wasn't on the bus, he would be like, oh, you cool?
Yeah.
And everything. Like, we kept it friendly.
Yeah,
and that was it.
I remember how uncomfortable I used to feel because I used to just
Yeah.
like trying not to have the conversation.
From you have to.
I just
I'm
thought he was
sick that
crazy.
day. I've got to say to her, listen, if you get on the bus, get on with my friend.
Yeah.
Who lived on the same
The
route as us.
And I'd actually wait for the bus that person was on.
Yeah,
so that
because he used to leave later than us.
Literally, I just thought it was mad. And like there was another guy, like I felt, there was somebody who was actually mentally ill.
Yeah.
Who used to get the bus with us every day as well. And I felt more comfortable around him than I did around this person. Like someone who used to check his pulse. Very, very
Yeah.
And I felt more safe with him there than I did with. And at that time, I was dense enough to be like, that person's crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, seriously, I was really scared. But I was still more comfortable with him.
We didn't know what was
Like, man. I don't have this conversation right now. Because, he made me start wondering about my own heartbeat. It's actually like,
Oh shit,
I was
man.
like, can I
We didn't know what
I
was
was actually
happening.
worried. I was like, can I actually die anytime?
We didn't know what
Because,
was happening.
He used to probably listen to his heartbeat and I was like,
What? See, if he couldn't catch it, he'd like panic for a minute. It was so mad. And like, obviously, it's not funny, but when you are like 14, 15, you're on the bus and you're like, what's this man doing? Are we okay?
Yeah.
Does he know something we don't know? It was mad.
And also, this time was like just after 9/11.
9/11, yeah.
So that used to worry me a lot.
It was a thing.
Yeah. So when I first saw him, I thought he was a terrorist. I thought like he's waiting for a bomb.
Yeah, literally. We were from like, what is going on? And then we realised, like, is this guy okay?
Exactly.
He's doing it every day because whatever he's waiting for is not happening.
Yeah.
And then we realised what it was.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay.
And if I can tell you I'm more comfortable with a terrorist than the person who's at the back of the bus, then like,
saying a lot.
Let's be real.
It's mad.
Even like some of the people from way before then that we came across, that guy who used to sit on the church on Rookery Road. Yeah, remember that man on Rookery Road? That big Asian man used to sit at the church. He was definitely had some stuff wrong with him.
Yeah.
He used to like be whistling after you.
Yeah.
Walk past him. The worst person that I wasn't directly related to, that was really made me uncomfortable, was our karate teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went to prison.
He actually went to jail for being a pervert.
Yeah. He went to
He
jail
used to
because
tell
the
me
girl killed
afterwards.
herself.
Oh, is that what
A
it
girl,
is?
basically, there was a girl, she was, I think, 13.
Yeah.
And she killed herself and she like left a letter talking about how she had been in a relationship with the person who taught us karate, and he must have been ignoring her and locking her up because obviously he's got a family. We know
he's a grown ass man.
Yeah, and she took her life and then left this behind, and it was a thing. Because you know what happened a few years ago? I was like, let me see where his son is. I wonder if he's got his own martial arts school, because I was thinking of getting back into it. And I typed in the son's name, and he literally does not use his name for anything.
He doesn't want to be associated.
He doesn't use his name for anything. If you Google the man's name, it comes up.
But imagine, like, because he was in the karate classes with us, innit?
Yeah.
Imagine finding out all that time that your dad was doing that. Do you know what I mean? Because then it puts a horrible name on you and you don't even know any better.
Yeah.
For me, I always felt uncomfortable with him. Always. I loved karate though. I really loved karate, but I always felt uncomfortable. He would always come too close.
Touch me. It was the way that. Because I can't do a press up, okay? I just can't. My ass does not go straight. I can't do a straight.
Yeah.
And it was just the guidance in the way that you guide someone that you don't. You just know where to place your hands.
Do box splits.
Yeah.
He used to do it with me, but I loved martial arts like a crazy person. So
even when you'd spar with him,
I
could see there was like a weird joy in his like, the physical. But I remember the day that I actually stopped going to karate because I was so uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
I actually stopped and I just told Mum I didn't want to do it anymore, even though I loved karate.
No way.
Because we were at a Catholic school.
Yes.
And they brought him into the school to do karate, so they weren't doing no real background checks like that. He came in. We were all doing like fighting. I just doing a pineapple, which I loved. That little punch. We were all fighting, and then Felicia, I think she said something a little feisty or something, and he was like, and he had his metal nunchucks.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't talk to me like that or I'll spank you.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, don't make me spank you. And Felicia, I think Felicia, either was feisty or she didn't notice, because obviously he's probably like that all the time. And she was just like, and you love to fight. So I think she was just fighting him back and stuff. And actually was so upset that I went to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh my
God. Then I told him that I didn't feel well. I think I changed.
So I never knew any of this.
And then I went home and I was like, Mum, I don't want to do karate anymore. And I think I told her it was just because it was too expensive or something like that. Like when you're a kid. Because I didn't know how to say that. Like, there was a lot of horrible things that happened. Like where older men were doing stuff that they shouldn't. Yeah. And I didn't know how to talk to anyone about it. I didn't know how. And I didn't know
that you could.
I didn't know what I could say.
You don't know how to have the conversation.
And also a parent doesn't know how to talk to a child about it, because sometimes I know that the people that my parents were worried about, that I only found out about, that just stopped being around. That I only found out about when I was older, because I used to really get on with the priest. Yeah. I
remember actually, you like his whole mate.
I used to really get on with the priest.
I was like, why are you bridges with the priest?
Yeah, because, like I said, we went to a Catholic school. Yeah. And I used to really love, church and praying, because that was my first real place where I could sing consistently. Yeah. And I was part of a choir, I loved it. And people used to always laugh at the priest. He'd sit at lunchtime and they'd laugh at him and be like, he's such a loner, blah, blah, blah. And because I'm a middle child and I got middle child syndrome, I'd be like, leave him alone. He's so nice. And then I'd go and sit and have lunch with him.
He came to sit at the table because I was sitting with her and she got really upset with me because I was literally like, Father, beep.
Yeah,
why are you sitting here? And she was like, you can't say that. And I was like, I'm not going to confess at the table. And she got so angry.
Yeah.
That reminds me.
She got really angry.
From our other school, the brother got arrested also.
The big-eared one?
The big-eared brother. He got arrested for...
Oh, really?
Yeah, for with the younger boys.
I would never have thought.
I knew it. No, I knew it.
Do you remember the other one that was there? He was different.
He was falling asleep in the middle of the mass he was giving.
He'd fall asleep and fall asleep with his hands in placement. Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah, it was really disgusting.
But this priest that I was close to, I used to like sit. You know, like when you go for dinner at school, in primary school, you have to sit on a bench and wait to go and have your dinner. I'd like go sit with him, talk with him, pray with him over my food, bless it over my food. And then my grandma flew from Zimbabwe and she had a stroke, so she's got like.
And he'd come pray for her at the house because she's very religious.
Yeah, and he'd come literally like every week.
Yeah.
Pray. And then he just stopped coming. He stopped coming and he stopped sitting by me at lunchtime, blah, blah, blah. And then like. Maybe when I was about like 16, 17, I was like, we were talking about school. Okay. And I was like, oh, I love that priest. He was so cool. And my mum was like, no, he liked you a bit too much. And I didn't even know. Like, I just thought we were like, that was what, I know I was too young to know that I can't be friends with a male adult. Do you know what I mean? So, it is weird when you get a bit older and you realise like all of these things, even your parents can't talk to you about it because they don't want to expose you to that idea.
Yeah.
And as a young person, you feel like you can't talk to your parents about it because it's a weird thing as a young person.
You don't want to feel like you're going to not get taken seriously as well.
Or get in trouble.
Like,
get in trouble. I think that was the thing.
There was this
part of it's like it's on you.
You feel this part of shame where it's like, oh, but like what did
What did you do to make them approach you in the first place?
And it's like, no.
There was this one, and I used to come back from school. This was after you lot had already left that school.
Okay.
And I remember telling Dad about it, and he thought I was bugging. It was just like maybe Kosovan-ish guy.
Okay.
And he was definitely moving like late 30s. Yeah. And this really big eyes, and I'll never forget because if I see him, and like I'm scared of him. I am scared of him because I don't know why he had this infatuation with me, but would never talk to me. But would make sure he was as close to me as possible. So I'd like turn around, I'd get off the tram, so he'd get on like a stop or two after me on the tram, and then come and sit like a seat away, so like a gap, and then sit over there, and then sit by me, then walk off the tram directly behind me, then get on the 59 with me, and then sit on the chair behind me.
Oh really?
And then just breathe towards me. And I used to say to like Mum and Dad, I really don't know how I'm supposed to solve this problem. I don't feel comfortable going to and from school with my man just obviously there. And there's not really much you can do from that other than like, because they're not going to drop you, they don't drive, so they're not going to drop you to school, and you can't go catch a bus because you're not going to wake up at 5 to go to school at 9 o'clock.
It's probably more dangerous for you to wait any later.
Exactly. So that was
really weird.
Horrible. It's actually horrible. You don't realise how, it's not even you don't realise how much, because when you think about it, like, I bet you remember the first time someone beeped at you and you were like 9 or something stupid. Like, I remember, I remember being about 9, and I remember walking down the road in Wolverhampton, and I was obviously 13, 14 at these times, and walking down that road by the park. That used to be the place to get the beeps. Just guaranteed beep, 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 beep.
For us, Hamza, Rookery Road.
Walking to Handsworth Park.
Lane, going to the park.
Yeah, Handsworth Park.
Oh my gosh.
You know how many, and it's insane that these people don't get picked up on it, because every single female that I know had the same problem.
Me and our cousin, who used to live with us, we went to the park and we literally got followed by this man. And then as we've come out, you know, like, you know where your house is, but you'll take a detour to kind of leave. He came out
all the time.
It was normal. We knew what to do to stay safe, but we took a turn, and this guy came with other people. When I say we ran to the yard, we ran, and we thought, is it just us? But then as we were going, like, we were just outside by our wall, like catching our breath, because we ran. It was a bit of a mission. We're standing there, and we thought, my God, we really ran this whole way. We could have stopped a few minutes ago. We look at the top of the road, and he's there with his people, so we ended up walking down to where our friend lived, living, looking like we were going in there. Because it's like, okay, I don't know where my house is. But it was actually really, really scary. It was mad.
It's actually upsetting that, like, from the ages of like 9 to now, I've had to feel uncomfortable and feel like I have to lose people.
Oh,
I have to have
even now,
get out strategy.
If I bring someone to my house, I bring them a different route. So that Always, I will never take someone my direct route home, because if you try and catch me on a slipping one, you're not going. I'm not trying to.
I used
catch
to
me
do
on my
that
route
when
home.
we lived in Wolverhampton. You know, because where we lived
with the alleyways.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
cut
I used
through.
to bust through
I'll
all
take
the
people
alleys.
on mad missions, and they were like, "Oh, your house is far." I was like, "Yeah, it is."
Yeah, it's far.
Yeah,
But
it is.
it's far. You wouldn't want to travel all this way.
Trust me.
Yeah, I hated it. Like, and it's the thing is, when it's the man them on road, it's like any kind of like greasy, uncle, nasty. When it's the people around you that are actually around you, like, it's the nicest people.
Of
the ones who are
course.
the nicest to the kids are the ones that you have to be very careful.
The ones who specifically ask you if they can take a child for the weekend. The ones who specifically bring a gift for that specific child.
Yes.
Are the ones that you keep an eye out for. Oh, that's my baby. Did you
No.
give this baby to me? No, you didn't.
Exactly.
It's not your baby. Don't tell me that now. I'm not having it.
The ones that always ask where that specific child is. Because there's definitely uncles that have come and they always say, "Oh, where's so and so? Where's so-and-so?" And it can be the child that doesn't even live in the yard. So it can be a cousin. And they're like, where's that cousin?
Yeah.
Or when they come, they're like, they start talking to that cousin like, "Oh, when's it come?" And try and meet at the same time sort of thing. It's actually disgusting to me. I'm just like, how can no one notice this?
It's not that no one notices
How can
it.
no one notice? But I can say that I've definitely known some people who I knew were like that. Obviously didn't know how to, as a young person, like now, if one of my brothers was like that, I'd smack him up. I'm not going to lie to you, I wouldn't even take a second breath.
Yeah.
But when it was like an uncle or something, I knew they were like that, but I didn't think they were like that with their family.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, he kind of likes young girls. I'd be like, oh, he always brings like
younger
20-year-old girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like, that's a bit weird, and no one's saying anything
about it.
And then it's only years later that you're like, oh, actually he was trying it with some of the kids in the family. And you think, people be thinking, oh, he's not doing it to my kids, so it's not that bad. Or he just likes younger women, he doesn't like younger, but actually no, those are the red flags you need to look at.
I don't know so much if it's that no one said anything, or if everyone learns to do it in a jovial way. Because
it's probably both.
Yeah,
it's probably both.
A lot of the men that I know that are like I was saying earlier, with such a beautiful cousin over here, one of my brothers was like, "Oh, now I'd catch a case for her." Like, as
what?
much as oh yeah, sorry honey, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, no, someone told me to catch a case for you now. As much as you're my brethren,
she's overage.
She is overage. No, she's overage. But he's significantly younger than he is. She's significantly younger than he is, and I am too young for him. So if I am too young for him,
I'm definitely
she is
way
too young for him. So realistically, like, even though to me it's ha 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 hardy ha, at the same time, I will kill you, bro, and I had to make that very known. Because as much as it's funny, if you move to my little cousin or my little brethren or my little brother's girl, I'm gonna have to mark you off now because that's not
our friendship means nothing to me.
Nothing.
I'll tell you now.
Not a
when
thing.
it comes to my family, our friendship means nothing. When it comes to young children, our friendship means absolutely nothing to me.
I think
I can have known you
closer than most people.
I have known you. I can have known you for 20 years, and I don't want to talk to you no more.
Yeah.
The reality is, I trust most of my friends, but I still watch every single man who comes around. My nieces, my nephews. I watch every single man. I even watch their dads because I have had the experience of those people around in the house. So I refuse to be the parent that just turns your head or whatever. It's the same with like watching someone get beat up. In our childhood, we saw aunties get their asses kicked and no one did anything about it. It's like, it's their business. You know what? This generation, it's my business. I'll tell you that today. It's my business. You literally have to hide that shit from me.
Trust me, lay hands on my sisters. I'm coming for you, right?
Listen, lay hands on me and I'll just kill you in it. But
exactly. But we can all look after ourselves. But like my sisters will tell you, I am not that quick to stand up for myself, but I am very quick to stand up for them. Like, I will fight for them before I fight for me. The only time I'll fight you with me is if I feel like you have disrespected me.
Yeah.
If you disrespected me, I'll fight. But if you're a bit of a dickhead, I'll just be like, can't be bothered. But if you're a bit of a dickhead to one of my sisters, I will throw a hand so fast. And I don't get to like getting angry. I'm angry already.
It happens on the spot.
I don't think so. I literally warn people when I meet them straight away. Like, I have a little sister, have an older sister, have little cousins. My family is beautiful.
Don't move to them.
There's no question about it. My family's beautiful. Do not touch any of them. If you find them attractive from now, keep it to yourself or go. Those are your options. If you think that you can't control yourself around them, go
away.
I'll tell you just now, even people I date, I'll be like, look, they're beautiful. If you've got anything to say about it, say it now, leave. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to find out that you tried it. And I will say it with especially my older friends. Because my older friends, I'm grown, but my older friends can range up to like 35. Right? And I have had this situation with my younger sister more than once where I've met somebody and they're my brethren, and I'll say, look, I've got beautiful sisters, leave my little sister alone, she's too young for you, do not talk to her. The only time that, and I won't even tell them, the only time that I'll allow my sister to talk to any of my friends is if she finds one of them attractive, and I am not, and I'm not too close to them that it will cause a problem. Like, if I've got a new friend and she's like, yo, he's bum, and he's of age, I'll be like, go for it. But if he is of age, even if he's of age and he says, she's bum, I'll be like,
nah, don't want to hear it.
Do you want to snap?
Trust me, you are highly protected.
I hate it. It will cause problems in my own relationships because I won't allow it. I don't care. I don't even care if you just look at her bottom one time. I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
No, I'm the same with Monique. Especially with Monique, I'm the same.
I hate it. And because Leah is my little sister. She hates to be called my little sister. She hates knowing that she's my little sister. But I'm very protective of her. But same way, she looks after me. Because she will throw hands for a joke. I won't throw hands for a joke. She'll throw hands for a joke. I'll throw hands for a joke for them lot.
She's lying.
She's got you lot. Yes.
Remember when we got in trouble? Remember when we got into a fight in school?
Yeah.
And then you fought my friend and then we fighting the teachers.
We were fighting. Right, we were fighting. This is a side note because I'm going back to what I was saying. We were fighting. Felicia choked me.
Why do we have to go into what?
Felicia's aggressive.
Because she's aggressive. Okay, she
was aggressive as a child. She was aggressive. There were not many chances I had to even retaliate because I was skinny and I wasn't very strong.
She did all the martial arts. She did all the martial arts.
She choked me against the school gate. Her friend,
I know she did as well. You know she did it. You know she
look
did.
at her face.
It wasn't even like she choked me against the school gate like this. I was standing on a bench and she still choked me up against the school gate. So it was
I know the bench. That's why I know the bench.
So she choked me up. We were fighting. I don't even know what we were fighting about.
It was literally something so stupid.
But Felicia was sick of me from being her younger sister for too long. So she was just like, why is this extra person in my life? Anyway, she choked me. She choked me and her friend came up and she was like, don't do that to your sister. Don't do it to your sister. You're so horrible. Why do you treat her like that?
She switched.
I went mad.
From being choked to defending me.
I got
from my own
strength. I wasn't strong enough to stop her from choking me for my own life. But when I was angry, I moved her finger and I was like, that's my sister. Who are you talking to? We can fight each other. You cannot come and fight me. And I never spoke to that girl again. I spoke to that girl for years.
The teachers came to try and break it up and like, you two, break it up. Fighting in the playground, and I was like, "That's my sister. I come back and say we've got."
Yes, she can box me if she wants to.
It was mad.
My mum can tell us to stop. Yeah, I would let her knock me out, just because of pride of like, leave me alone. It's our fight. It's actually our fight.
Trust me, I got this.
I'm not gonna lie, Felicia's a bad girl, and there's
No, I'm not.
She's a bad girl. Yeah, there's many times where she'll be fighting with her friends, and I know she could knock them out, but I will still jump in and be like, leave my sister alone. She's not your friend anymore.
Trust me. She'll lock off my friend.
I will do it for my sisters. I am an actual crit, and I actually don't think anymore. It's very, very rare that I get angry enough that I don't have a normal thought pattern. But with you lot, like, I won't even think. I will lock people off that I've known for years in a second. There was a guy who I met The day that I met him, he was meeting Leah.
Okay.
I was going to meet him for music purposes. He was a DJ. I met him. I said, look, my sister's coming. He was like 30...
He was 31 at the time.
31. How old were you?
17.
17.
Yeah.
17, which means I was 20. So 31 for me was too old for me.
Yeah.
So when I went to go meet him, I didn't even look at it like it could be...
17.
I feel like
I
you
was
were.
16.
Yeah.
I was 16 because I just came back
So I
from
was like,
Zimbabwe.
yeah, because I was like, she's too young in general for anyone. And so for me, he was too old for me. So when I met him, it was literally like, this is clearly a business.
Yeah, it's professional.
It's a business meeting. He's really cool. I can bust jokes with him. He also knew one of my exes, so I knew he was cool. So we sat, went through music. I said, oh, my sister's going to meet me. Because we wanted to have lunch. Don't talk to her. I said it straight away.
Yeah.
Don't talk to her. You don't even need to talk to her. She can be right here for the next hour. Don't talk to her.
Yeah.
Don't talk to her. Don't look at her. Don't chat to her. Don't do nothing. She's a child.
Yeah.
You're a big man.
Oh yeah, because he made it clear that he liked black women.
Yeah. He likes thick black women.
Yeah,
She's beautiful. There's no question about it. She's talented. Everybody falls in love with us for no reason. Because we can be stupid and you'll still fall in love for no reason. Don't do it. Look away. Look at your fucking MacBook and don't look at her. Right?
He did the opposite.
He did the opposite.
He did the exact opposite.
The worst thing you can do.
Opposite.
The worst thing you... And we knew him for time.
For time,
and
we were like going to his house and chilling.
I
with
actually
him,
trusted him. I was like... Because
Yeah.
I didn't know. He never did nothing. Nothing that he did made me think he's going to try it with her. If anything, things he did made me think he might even try it with me, but I'm not on it.
Yeah.
I'm good enough to be like, fuck off every time he even has a little bit of an inkling.
Yeah.
But like, we're tactile people, so sometimes we just be like, you're alright. So for me, it was like, oh, this is my brethren.
Yeah.
Why did Leah come to me and tell me he tried it?
Because he messaged me a long message about his feelings after I got with someone else. And I was like, yeah.
So here's
where did this come from?
Here's the thing, yeah. I'm so protective over my sisters and my nieces and everything.
Yeah.
I do not want to be the person who brought someone into their life that was problematic.
Yes.
That's my biggest
Yes.
fear, is that I bring someone to the family and they end up being a
being
pedophile,
yes.
or they end up being a blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
or they end up being like a nasty, greasy motherfucker because I've vetted them. So it shows me that my intuition did not work here and I've now put someone that I love in danger.
Yeah.
Not for me, right?
Mm.
You can at least have the respect to come to me and be like, actually, you know what, your sister is beautiful and I am attracted to them.
Yeah.
And I can't help the attraction.
Yeah.
Then I can say, okay,
But you
thank
got
you for
fuck up.
talking to me. Thank you for talking to me about it. Now we are no longer friends.
Yeah.
You can go about your business.
Yeah.
If you can't control yourself as a big man,
Exactly.
when there's plenty of women and this woman is young, I'm gonna allow you.
I'm gonna be a sister and stop you there for a minute. Do? Yeah. There we go.
It's my angry lipstick teeth. So yeah, I found out, and Leah told me. He didn't tell me. Leah told me. Do you want to know how fast the man got cussed, blocked? Do not talk to me again. Fuck off. Like literally so fast. Like so fast to the point where Leah and him were still cool, and I was like, don't bring him around me. Don't talk to him. Ain't got nothing to do with him. Don't even let blah blah blah. You can do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it, but you can.
Yeah.
Don't. I can't.
Because didn't you work in the same place?
Exactly. I can't stop you from doing what you're doing. She didn't want him, but they were still cool. And they weren't actually cool for a bit, and then they were cool again.
Yeah, we literally really weren't cool until I needed the job, and then he was like, do you want this job? I was like, hey friend.
Call me. And I was like, I wouldn't even go to her. I think I went to my place of work once.
Yeah.
Once.
And he wasn't on shift.
Exactly, because I was just like, that nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was a dickhead. And then they started working together. And Leah had to be like, you know what, he's cool, man. He's just got issues. He's a bit of a drunkard.
I remember.
He's got issues. He's a lot of a drunkard. He's got issues. Clearly.
Side note,
Didn't he have
he
cereal?
ate Baileys and Cocoa Pops for breakfast before we went to work one day.
He used to have miniatures in his house that he used as cereal milk.
He used to literally buy miniatures on the way to work and buy like 3 at a time and just gulp them walking down the road.
It's more expensive to
What
buy.
is wrong with this
No,
nigga?
because he didn't want to have the bottle. He just didn't want to have the bottle. He didn't want to feel like he was carrying the bottle.
Wow.
So he just...
Was he trying to deny the fact he was an alcoholic? By
Yeah.
We never addressed it. We never really addressed it. You know what I mean?
Even
like,
to the
bro,
point, even
you
to
set
the
a happy
point,
lifestyle.
He used to give me free wine from the... Because every time you open a bottle at cafe, place we worked at, if you open it and it chips a little bit or the cork doesn't come out, you're not allowed to serve the wine. So he used to just have a separate fridge in the office, so he'd fill the fridge with all the uncorked wines. I'd get free wine, it's good times.
When we were cool, he was so much of an alcohol drinker that I had to go tell my ex about it. I was like, I don't think it's actually okay. Right? Anyway, years passed and Leah was cool with him, and she was like, just talk to him, give him a chance, whatever. Spoke to him, even went to his yard one day with my other friend after a dance, because we were like, alright, we just need somewhere to stay until we can get a bus in the morning. Why did he try it with me then? Why did he try it with me? He went to bed. We were just, and we didn't even sleep. We weren't sleeping there. We just were like, we're just going to sit here until the buses come. So me and my friend were just sitting in his living room chatting. Why did he message me and say, you want to come to bed?
Huh? You are? Is he mad?
I was like, that's it, last straw, don't talk to me, don't even say nothing. I tried, I believed you, Leah, but it was a lie. It was a lie. I just can't stand it. And there's even been friends that I've known for years that have done it. When I went to France, I have a friend that even I did a thing with.
Okay.
A little thing. No.
Oh, okay.
Like, we were known each other since secondary school.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, sometimes you be like having friends and you have crushes on them for a little bit and then
Yeah.
We did a little thing, like kids.
But he's like closer to your age than he is to Monique.
He's closer to.
I know the
my older
person. I know the
sister's
person.
age.
Okay, let's not say older like I'm old.
Older than me though.
Yes. Yeah, so 5 years older than her.
Yeah.
5.
No, he's 5
years. 5 years older than her, right? And he's been in my yard around my family.
Yeah.
They loved him.
I've
right?
actually got a crush on his little brother. What, man? I've had that for years too.
Let's not talk about the brothers. Anyway, so we did a little thing, like nothing serious. And then I went to France. I came back. I spoke to him, busting jokes. I speak to Leah. I said, I've just been talking to so and so. She was like, he tried it with me.
He sent me a message telling me that
he had a dream about her.
And I was so naive though, because remember Monique in France, I was like 17.
And again,
I was like 16. So literally,
hang on, wait. When you were in France, because Mum was when you were in France, this same said person, remember he kept phoning me.
Yes.
And BB days.
This is why I was confused.
He asked me if he could practice some stuff on me, because he was very modest and decided he didn't want to live that life anymore. And he was like, Felicia, I want to get good at this before I'm with somebody
who's a Christian, so
can I do it? Are you up for it? And I was like, what the fuck kind of question is that? How no? What the hell? Obviously, I've switched. I'm like, I'm a curious person here, so I'd entertain the conversation like, what's making you feel this way? Not regarding me, but I will be like, are you sure? Like, what made you change your mind? Like, so we spoke.
Yeah, you're doing the same thing with your friend.
Oh, and wow.
Doing a lot of
I'm just gonna put a full stop there.
But anyway, so I get
look at her face trying to work out the maths. What should she clocks which one?
You'll get it.
Really? Oh, of course.
Exactly, sleepovers and that. Anyway, so anyway, I got back. Man was talking to me like everything was cool. This is the thing that annoyed me. He spoke to me multiple times between the time that he tried it with Leah and the time that Leah told me that he tried it with me. I'd come back and then Leah's like, he said he had a dream about me that was sexual. And started talking to me about the sexual dream that he had about me.
Yeah, and I was just like, block. This was BBM days and even like I really didn't understand what was happening.
I think Leah laughed because Leah thought she'd already told me. She was like laughing, just busting jokes. And this person is also family to other people that I'm very close to. So his siblings I'm actually quite close to. So it's not one of those people you can just lock off
like that, yeah.
But I called him, cussed his clock for several hours. I spent hours on the phone. Me who doesn't do phone calls. I spent hours on the phone. I was like, are you ready? Am I stupid? Do you think this is appropriate? Do you want me to box you in the throat? Like, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Even I even found out about him talking to you, and I was like,
what did he say?
You dumb? Are you? I will kill you. I'm not even this is not a joke. And then he told me that he was mourning because someone in his family had died, and this is the first time he'd experienced someone so close dying, and he was like, literally, I was high and I was drunk for the most of last year, and I was doing stupid things. And I said,
yeah. I was about to say,
and I said, that's what I said. I said, there is no way. I get it. Mourning, difficult. Everyone deals with things differently, but do not ever think that your healing is in fucking with my people. So you're gonna cause other people damage because you've decided that you want your healing.
Trust me.
It's a no from me.
Yeah.
It's a no from me.
Yeah.
So from that day, I didn't talk to him for years.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him for years. Only because I'm very close to his sibling has it become a thing where I can talk to him now and again. Even now and again, it's rare. And because he's friends with your friend, that it makes it like I've been around him a few times, but I'll never ever respect that person again.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I've seen him maybe twice since that, and this is not.
And you act like it hasn't happened as well.
He's literally like giving me like big arms for hug, and I'm like, bro, do you remember though? Because you can't touch me. Yeah. Like I can't.
For me, it's been a bit awkward when I'm.
It's the goal for me. It's the goal, and knowing that also I'm much closer to his brother than I am to him. Yeah. Because his brother's my age. Yeah. Knowing that I'm so close to your brother, and you want to play them games.
Some people don't care.
See what I'm with your brother, isn't it? And I didn't have any feelings for him, so it wasn't even that. It was like just the audacity to talk to my younger sister. Yeah. When I've trusted you in my yard. Yeah. You've literally seen her grow from 10 till now.
Yeah. And that's the thing, because they literally play the long game. They will spot someone and they will
or they'll be like,
someone's puberty's hit.
I don't even think. With him, I don't think he was watching from before. I just think he noticed because your puberty does hit.
I went to Africa, came back and was bummed.
Also, puberty hits when you're fucking 12, right? So all of you man who think as soon as you see some breasts and some batty that you can chat to a child, you're fucking stupid.
You're deranged.
But I understand that. But please, I beg, just look at some faces for once now. I need to put this out there, yeah. Look at the face of the person you're chatting to, please. Because half of these girls look like children. They look like children. They do their makeup like children, even though we've all got contour now. I don't care. Yeah. They look like kids.
I never wore makeup when I was... I never wore makeup when I was like... Because I hit puberty. I started developing at like 9. And I fully developed by 12. Like, I was like curvy by 12. I didn't have all this titty. But I was curvy by 12. And I remember I wore... the first time I got beeped at, I wore a little, and when you're a baby, when you're a little baby, you can wear a mini skirt, you can wear a little top, and no one looks at you because you're just a baba. So to me, I didn't know that I had grown a bum. I didn't know that I'd grown like titties like that. So I remember wearing just a vest and a skirt, and the skirt was like, it was long, you know, it wasn't a mini skirt. It was like, and it had little tassels on it. It was the first time that anybody beeped at me, and it was a grown man. And Felicia's friend went mad.
My male friend cussed my mum. My male friend, my age, we were in school, cussed my mum and said she should not be in that outfit. It was not a provocative outfit.
Nope.
Let's just put that out there. It wasn't. It was actually Pocahontas.
Yes.
I know the outfit. I know it.
And this is the same guy who used to pick on me in school. But he went.
He picked on you, but he loved you.
He is one of those ones,
isn't
it?
Yeah. He was my friend since I was in nursery, but he used to pick on her.
Yeah, but he threw my lunchbox over the fence.
3 years later, he literally did the exact same thing to me. Like, for no reason. I remember the lunchbox.
He span in a circle. He span in a circle. With like Thor's hammer. I will never ever forgive him. He span in a circle with my lunchbox.
It's spinning my way.
I tried to catch it and it kept spinning and he threw it over the fence. Not even the fence on my way home.
Yeah, no, it was that fence. That one over that side by the nursery playground.
We're talking about his good points.
Sorry.
He's a great man.
We're talking about his good points. He switched when he saw this outfit. And yes, I was a bit of not a bully.
Yo, Leah's face.
It's not a bully.
I'm just gonna put it out there. She told Mum I hit her once and I didn't. Yeah, she beat me up and then put me in my room. She actually chased me into my room where I had to put the fan down to save myself. And then I got beat because she told Mum that I punched her in the face and then broke the fan.
Did
She
I?
also.
Yes, you did.
Did I?
She tried to suffocate me one time.
No.
She tried to
She threw a
suffocate.
karaoke machine at me.
It was haunted.
She tried to suffocate me.
She threw it on my head. I wouldn't die. I died for a minute. I died for a minute. Cheese and whiskers, mate. It was haunted.
She tried to kill me. She tried to suffocate
She tried to
me.
kill me.
She shoved my face under a blanket. And then every time, then she'd let me gasp for air when I was just
Yeah,
about
but
to
who
die.
dies in the
When-
blanket?
This
Yeah,
is
we
what-
all sleep with a
Hey!
blanket over there.
No, you are the only one. You were the only one with lungs
You're the
strong
only
enough to sleep under a
sadist.
blanket. with
Like
your head.
that.
Look, okay, this is how I have asthma. Anyway, she put the blanket over my face. Then she'd let me come up for air, and as I came up for air, she'd be hanging spit over my face.
It's called life support.
Hanging spit over my face until so that I would let her put the blanket back over my face so that the spit wouldn't hit me.
She
Times.
told me that this was a you thing.
Several times. No.
She told me you're the one who came up with the spitting.
No. She
Can
didn't.
we
And
just-
wait. One more thing. One more thing. She. I will never forget that she told me I was a gremlin. She told me I was a gremlin. She was like, "You're a gremlin." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "No, you're actually a gremlin. They left you on the doorstep when you were little. They left you on the doorstep when you were
Why are you
little."
looking at me like that?
Because you told me about the evil twin in the mirror.
See,
Oh, wait, I remember this story.
wait. She said they left me on the doorstep when I was little, and Mum and Dad took me in. And then I got upset, and I told her that I was going to tell Mum and Dad that she said that.
Oh my God.
And then she replied with, "Who are they going to believe? Their real child or the gremlin?" And as a child, that logic made a lot of sense to me. And I never told my parents.
I should have been a rapper because I have bars for days.
You're
Bar for
evil.
bar. I'm not evil. I'm just saying, yeah.
I don't know how it
Maybe you
felt.
should be a stalker right now, but I'm not.
Listen, creative writing was my forte.
I know.
I was very good at it. So, you know.
She called you a gremlin.
Y'all came out okay-ish.
Hold your L.
Anyway, so wet ass pussies are
It
really
wasn't
good
Yes, I did all these horrible things. Okay, I'm the bad guy right now. No.
She took me a hostage once.
Take
Wait,
your
no, she needs to
hostage.
understand.
Listen, let's just put this out there.
She made you guys
was
take me hostage. Let's be
horrible.
honest. You were
No.
involved.
Horrible.
You tied me to the bed with belts.
Wait, okay, I was not horrible. I was so.
They tied me
No,
like
wait,
Jesus. Tied with belts.
Wait, this is not what happened. What happened was I was so.
This has happened.
Wait! I was so scared of Felicia. I was so scared of Felicia that I would bully Leah so that she wouldn't bully me.
She's chatting
Like,
shit.
no. She tagged me and my friends in the morning.
And then
She put Wu-Tang symbols on her legs in the morning.
I'm
and
a
then,
big Wu-Tang
and
fan.
then she wrote several letters
claiming it was me.
claiming it was Leah. So me and my friends obviously went after Leah and we tied her to the
Even though I
bed.
couldn't write.
We tied-
Yeah.
You could!
No,
You
I
could.
couldn't. I couldn't write like that.
And she said something about she said
She said she
wrote
signed
a
it. This is most definitely not Felicia. This is definitely Leah. Don't believe Leah if I say it's not me.
She made her sign a letter saying sorry is all that I can say.
She
Like
made me
Ronan
sing it.
Keating.
She made me sing the Ronan Keating song when I was sitting outside the bedroom door for like 20 minutes, and then they let me in, grabbed me, and bound me to the bed.
Yes, we
with
took her
belts.
to the bunk bed. Myself and two friends, we put belts on her.
It sounds like
So we're like,
more
tell
than
us the truth. Tell us the
just
truth.
say.
And then she said that it was Felicia, and then we all got together and we were like, okay, it was Felicia.
I already said it was Felicia.
And no one could fight her, so we were all like, okay, we found the culprit. Should we just go play? Because she was so scary. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Oh my gosh.
She was terrifying.
I'm being made out to be the bad guy right now. Yes, these things happened, but there was more to each story. Let's just put that out
More
there.
planning.
Was.
More planning.
Listen, no,
There's
you
more
were a little
reasoning.
shit. I swear to God, you look at my daughter and see how she antagonizes my older daughter. That was you.
I can't remember that.
Yeah, you can't remember because you were the young one. It was horrible. So yes, maybe I did a few things.
A few. From the years of birth. From the years of birth to about
Oh no, I was
very... Yeah, but do you know what? Through all of that, I was protective of you.
Yeah, you were loving.
Exactly.
About me. But to me, there was aggression. And the thing is, Felicia just wanted to be her only child. Yeah, she just wanted to be her only child.
I literally told mum and dad constantly, why do you keep having kids?
She wanted to be her only child. She's my dad's favourite already.
Oh my gosh.
By far.
Clearly.
By a mile, she's my dad's favourite. And I think she was just sick of not getting all the attention. She was just like, so what, you could read? Like, I've been reading for years.
Don't fucking kill me.
Listen, I'm not dealing with this yet. That's what therapy is for. Go talk it out. I'm good. Talk it out.
Wow.
Point is, we're close as hell now. Okay?
Yes.
Focus on the
This episode is sponsored by Family Matters. Wow, we're all best friends now.
We are.
Real close.
Mm-hmm.
Even my little catty muzzy.
Who will kill you if you move to.
She's beautiful, yeah, guys. She's beautiful. If you're if you're
over 25, I'll shoot you in
if
the
you're over the
face.
age of 22,
I'm fucking
wow.
don't
deceased.
chat to her. Don't chat to her.
I like the
If you're-
25.
You know what? I was with 25. I'm on your side, but I was 28.
How was it when you were with 25?
He was a psychopath.
Okay.
But no, he was a psychopath.
Actually, let's go back into history because right now you're lying. So you're saying when you were with 25. So okay. What happened when you were with 22? He was a psychopath. What happened when you were with 24? He was a psychopath. So let's
It's not really all psychopaths like me.
I was about to say.
No, it is your fault.
No, it's not. I'm paying.
Because you like psychopaths.
Literally,
No.
Leah.
And so does Ronnie.
She's
Wait,
Leo.
don't.
She's a Leo.
I don't like
psychopaths.
Psychopaths like me.
I don't.
Oh, really?
No, I like psychotic characters in anime. That is all.
No.
It's
Oh,
not
no,
like
she's going
Korea,
down the
like
same
Asian.
road.
I love, like,
No, you do.
Hisoka,
You like
like
psychopaths.
Hisoka.
No, don't do it.
Okay, can I just discuss? Earlier today, we had a conversation and she said, I love that we were talking about character. She was like, he would kill his own siblings to get the power that he needs.
Yeah, but
so
that.
I did not say his goal orientation.
That's what she said.
He's
hella
goal
ambitious.
He knows what he wants.
And he goes
Nobody's
for it.
stopping him.
Am I the only
Not
saying
all
what's
kinfolk is kinfolk. Let me just say it like
Real
that.
shit. I'm like, put that on a tattoo.
Yeah, that's very true though.
So,
If you put that on a tattoo, I would literally scratch your tattoo as it's healing.
Oh, that's not nice.
Look, there are some.
Alright.
So there are some kinfolk. There are some skinfolk that are not.
They're just not my kinfolk,
Really?
man.
Literally, as recently as yesterday, I've seen some. So anyway, leave Joiene alone, guys. Okay,
Please,
don't follow
okay.
her Instagram. That I'm not going
Don't
to link
find
down
her.
below.
What my promo?
Okay. All right. If
you're under.
if you want to follow me first. Slide in
No.
my DMs and I will vet.
You need a membership request.
I will
See
vet
you.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
And if Joiene replies to you in French, she's not interested.
If Joiene replies to you,
Listen,
at all,
you'll
you're
know.
lucky.
You know what I mean?
You're lucky because she's not that nice either. She's been sitting here all smiling and that, but she's actually not that nice.
Mom, what do you mean? I'm adorable.
You're cute in that, but
That's how you know she's fuckery.
anyway, till next time.
Guys, it's been fun.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace.
What the fuck is that?
It was a kiss blowage.
Why
No, Monique, put your booty away, man.
What do you mean?
Better
Wet ass
not.
pussy
That
right
shit.
there.
Ass his voice out.